today. I know it's noon because Big D gave me the wave and Minnie's there. I know that. It's Friday. Happy Festool Live, everybody. Okay. It is episode number 148. Last week was 147. Pretty good at that, aren't I? Huh, Travis? Pretty good like that, huh? Do you know what next week is? 149. I'm getting good at this. All right. One of these. Hey, it was fun while it lasted. All right, everybody. Hey, it was a good run. All right. Can you believe that? I say it every time. Can you believe it? We're 2 episodes away from number 150. Wow. It's like it was just yesterday. All right. Let's introduce the room. Over here is Big D.
Hey, everybody.
Over here is Jen. Woo! Stepping in from marketing to check out what goes on in this room. She hears all the yelling. Over here we have Min Min. Say hi, Min Min.
Hi.
Woohoo! And over here we have back to help Minnie spell. We have Travis. Jesse, he's the spell checker. All right, so wicked cool. We also have online, we have Brent Shively. He is answering all your questions online. Fire away, and also fire away to Minnie to tell us where you're from. Okay, good. You're watching probably on YouTube, but we're also live on Facebook and Instagram. We also have those channels. Whether US or Canada, please subscribe to all our channels. Hey, when you subscribe to YouTube, please be a sub. Go and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a Festool Live. Did I do a good job, Chris?
Wonderful job.
I'm actually getting used to this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, last week I promised you that I would step through a few calibrations utilizing the digital readout on the CSC 50. We're going to deep dive a little today. I want to make sure you understand all of this. I'm going to try not to rush through it. I want to make sure that you understand the different ways of calibrating. In other words, I really don't have a job today. This sounds funny because there's tons of great videos out there. We're going to be adding more videos as well. But what I'm trying to get at is you have it's all in the digital readout, and you'll see in just a few moments. Okay, so first and foremost, let's turn it on. We don't need a dust extraction right now. Now, here's when we get into calibration. I want to make sure you follow the menu because we're going to set the height first, then we're going to do angle, and then I'm going to change a blade. We're going to be deep diving into this, and I want to make sure that everything is safe. That's why I have Chris and everybody in here making sure I'm safe and it's not on. Okay, I had to turn it on because I wanted to check right here. I have it in the pack position. It's 30 millimeters up, and it's at 0. That allows me, if you remember from last week, to come back here and get the 6 millimeter wrench. Don't ever lose this hex because I think I looked in the parts diagram. This is actually $252. I did that. You should have seen. Look at Jen. Pan over to Jen. She's going, really, Sedge? Got her. Okay, she doesn't know my shtick yet. Okay, so that allows me to access this hole back here and push it in so I can take the guard off. I'm going to set it here right now. When we're ripping in a few minutes, I'm going to put that back on. Chris has already told me he would watch me on that. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. Now, let's step over here, Chris. You have the hard job today, my friend. See, I have it set here. Look, I got 2 full batteries. I'm going to go like this. Remember last week I said double click. That gets me to the menu, and I want to do this first, cutting height. So it's pretty simple. If I hit it inadvertently, I can always go back and X out, like here. See the little green? Is that coming in on the screen? I can switch back and forth. I want to change the blade. So if I take it and hold it, Chris, come up here. You're going to see the blade retracting. Isn't that neat? Okay, so Chris, come back here. It says position workpiece. Come on, it doesn't get any easier this. So I'm gonna do this, watch. Now this might be the tough part of this whole operation, watch. Okay, see the green arrow? Any questions? Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. I have my workpiece right here, and I'm just gonna go like this. There's nothing. I'm gonna hit the next button, and it's gonna say start the saw blade. Now listen, I'm gonna have my piece here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the blade. You can hear that. A line blade. So I'm gonna come over here and go like this. Now I just heard something. Okay, I'm gonna turn this over, and I get this black melamine here. Okay, now if you have field-of-vision, I am just breaking that melamine coat. And if we look how thin that is, I can't even see the thickness of that. Travis told me earlier it's 0.0001 millimeter. I'm just kidding. Okay, so it says align saw blade. So I'm gonna take my position here, and I'm gonna hit this. Okay, so it's 0.2 proud. I'm gonna take it and bring it down to 0. Listen. See how, oh, look at that. I am just scraping that surface. So I'm gonna take it to another position here where I have it, and I'm gonna go in 1/10 of a millimeter. I'm gonna take this, and I'm holding this firmly. I'm gonna take and go -1. I'm gonna look, I'm not breaking anything. So I know here, I am just scraping that. That's how accurate this can be. And if I hit it again, I'm gonna bring that to my 0. And that I know is the height. It's dead flat with this. 1/10 of a millimeter, or 1/256 was giving me this. I could have left it at that, but I decided to leave it at that, and now I've calibrated the height. So I'm just gonna check that, and I'm gonna bring it back here, and you'll see that. Okay, Chris? Good? Good, good. I'm gonna bring it back to park position, which brings it all the way back to 30. Hopefully you guys see that. That is calibrated. I know if I made a cut in a really thick piece of wood and I took my digital caliper, I know it would read dead on 30 millimeter. Now, the thing I have found recently is I need to get a new digital caliper. So I went out and bought a really good high-end digital caliper. And I'm gonna tell you, the digital caliper was off. The saw is that accurate. I say this a lot, but it's mind-boggling how accurate this saw is. So I calibrated it. It's pretty simple. Okay, next, let's double-click again. Come on in here, Chris. Okay, I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna hit it. And now we're gonna do this. We're gonna calibrate the angle. It's pretty straightforward. You hit the button, see the green line. And I'm going to, what? Move up saw blade, press and hold. Boy, this is difficult. Okay, so now it says position a 90 tri-square. Now, I'm not gonna go through the process. This is a gauge block I've had forever. It's a machinist personal gauge block I bought many, many moons ago. I know that's dead on 90 degrees. There's no way it cannot be. All right, it's a solid piece of steel. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take this in, and it says position at 90. So this is, oh boy, Chris, hopefully we get this. Okay, you're gonna have to shoot over my shoulder. On my shoulder makes me happy.
Sing it, baby.
Woo! Sunshine on my shoulder. Never mind.
That's a no for me, Colin.
That's a no? Okay, good. Okay. Hey, Mo! Okay. I think I do this just to get the unit laughing. All right, now, what's important about putting anything up against the saw blade is to make sure you're not hitting the tooth. Look how far out that is. See, I have it up against the blade, but I'm hitting the tooth. You want to register your tri-square or your gauge block, your 90, at what? On the steel plate of your blade. Okay, and I've done that. And you're gonna see, because when I toggle over, okay, it's gonna start, and Chris, you're gonna shoot right in here, because I'm gonna mess with this. Okay. Now, Big D, hopefully you can hear this, but you're going to hear clicks, okay? And I'm gonna start now, watch. See how it's 0.3? I know it is because I could see it, okay? I'm gonna take it again, look. And you're gonna see how it comes right in. There's -1, nope. There's and that's what I had it at. Now I've taken this, I've thrown it around, on and off the cart. What it does is it takes you to like 0.3 initially to have you dial it back in. But this was, as you can see, 0, perfectly calibrated. Look at this. I'll take it way out. And you can see the daylight. Look, Chris, see that? So last week, what I wanted to get across, look, say it's out 1.4 degrees, right? I could take this now, okay, and it's stepped. It's a stepped servo motor. I can dial that in tenths of a degree. Look, boom, boom. No more daylight. Big D, is that coming across? You can see the daylight. The only thing I will recommend is it has to be a Festool sys light to put behind there. Hey, Mo! Okay, never mind. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's how you calibrate the angle. So think about this, everybody. This is what I want you to think about. All right, so let's go back to all other table saws. Okay? Unless you buy one that's like $45,000 and up. They have digital readouts for the angle, right? You're going to spend the money on it. Okay, but a traditional wood shop here in the States, you got all these different, whether cabinet saws or at home, you have job site saws. You always have these wheels, right? Okay, one for the angle, one to raise and lower it. And for me, I've never trusted the scale. So what I did is I used to make gauge blocks and put them up against there with what? With some light behind it, so I could knock it out, and I knew that gauge block was dead on. Or in the last 15, 20 years, we all bought those little digital readouts, right? And we put them on the blade. And I sometimes, like my digital caliper recently, if it's not a high-end one, I don't trust it. I trust this. It's so perfect now because every time, Chris, come on back here, please. Okay, everybody heard that, right? I always say please to Chris, okay? I don't want to be...
Thank you.
You're the best cameraman ever we had here at Festool.
Oh, wow, what an honor.
Oh, wait a minute. What, Travis? He's the only one we ever had? Hey, wow! Okay, so I have that. Now, I'm going to take it here. Look, if I take this, and look at the blade too, Chris. Look, I'm going to take it up to 22. But you remember last week I showed you, you press the button, hold it, and go to 0.5. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I know without a reason of a doubt that is 22.5 because we calibrated it. And it's not me touching anything else on the saw except using the digital readout. Hopefully that came across and now you understand what an amazing saw this truly is. Okay, next. I am going to pop back to park, which I always do because I want to go over this with you folks as well. Bring it back to park. Hey, have we had a hiccup yet, Big D? Wow, that's a pretty good track record, ain't it? All right, we're doing good. Okay. What? I'm losing it. I tell you, I'm losing it. I'm going to hit this. Now, somebody asked me, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take it. I always take the riving knife out first, or the gad when I'm changing a blade. I could show you inside why, because remember when I put it in park, I have this hole to access. I'm going to open up the saw now to change the blade so I can show you a ton of cool stuff in there. But what's happening, it's in the position that I can push this in and press the release. Okay, bear with me. I'm trying to, say you're changing the blade and you forgot to take the riving knife off. There's another way of releasing that to change the blade, so it gives you more room to change it. That's what I'm getting at. So let's go back here. I'm going to double click it. I'm going to bring us back to saw blade change. When I was going through the proper way of showing you everything yesterday, I was going to start with the saw blade change and then calibrate height. But I want to go back to calibrate height because when you change a blade, you're going to see on the menu in about 4 or 5 screens is going to say calibrate height. I'm not going to do it again for you, but I want to show you, you can always double check everything. Position, press and hold. This is tough. Everything's done for you. That's why I say this is so wicked easy. Good. Position reached. This is why I say safety, safety, safety. But this, I can't proceed anywhere until I turn off the saw. Good? Good. And this is going to answer, when I go through this, this is going to answer a variety of questions. Hey, everybody in the room, okay? Why do we change a blade on a track saw?
Application.
Application. What else?
Dull.
It's dull, or we need to clean the blade, right? We need to get it sharpened. Hey, do you know Festool has a sharpening surface? Hey! That was the lead! Oh, right, good.
Festoolsharpen.com.
Minnie just said the website. Did you hear it? Festoolsharpen.com. Sharpen, that's what I said. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey!
Hey!
They think, who's that?
Michael. This is Michael.
Hey, does he want to come in? Yeah, open the door. No, okay, good. Okay. Sharpen. Okay. Boy, we have a ton of people coming in today. Hopefully I'm not getting fired. Hey, everybody, it's our VP, Senior VP of Sales. That's Michael Burns. He's in the house. Woo! All right. Hey, I'm okay. Do you have HR coming in? Okay, I'm good. Okay, never mind. All right, everybody. Here we go. Hey, everybody be nice. That's Travis's boss. So everybody be nice to Travis. Okay, good. Whew, be professional. Okay, so we turned off the saw. All right. Now, last week I showed you this. It moved it out of the way. Okay, your sliding table, we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna take the 6mm wrench, and there's lock and unlock, or lock and unlock. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna unlock it. And I'm gonna remove this guard. Now, Chris, you're gonna have to work this perfectly. Come over this angle right here. I should have told you this earlier. The reason you put it in park and you wanna take the guard on and off easier is if I take this wrench and put it in that hole, look, see, it can't access this silver tab. It just can't. But if I forget to take the guard off when I'm changing the blade, I can do it just like this, and it accomplishes the same thing. See how there's 2 tabs? And before I go there, I want to show you one more thing. Chris, do you see that? Big D, you see what I'm pointing? When it's horizontal, this is if you don't use dust extraction, and it'll clog up. This little cover aids in dust extraction, but if you're not using it, you may get some dust in there. And you can see I don't have any dust because I was ripping walnut yesterday. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to rip some tall walnut because people go, what's the power on it? But I won't do that. Do you know why? Because of the blade I have on there and its application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, as I press down here on this one, that's going to find the hole in the arbor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 6mm wrench. I'm going to seat it. Chris, I'm going to have you pull back because I don't want to jam you. And I'm going to what? Pull. Now, this is a lefty-loosey, lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. Okay, so I just have to break the tension on there, and then I'm going to spin this nut off. Pretty simple. Okay, I'm going to take the screw off. Now, here's where I've lost this arbor flange, and it's just like the one, but I'm going to pull it off and then grab it and slide it out. Wow. Okay? Did you catch that? Did he say, well, did that come through? Now, if this was in New England, we wouldn't say, wow. What would you say? Wicked. You're supposed to say wicked. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, my God. I got to teach the unit everything. Right? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to set that there. It's a 42 tooth blade. That's the one that comes standard on there. See? Right there, it's 168mm. Hey, I don't want to quiz you at home because I can't hear you, but I want to mention that that's the same blade diameter as the TS60 and the TSV60, which next week, episode 149, woo, right here from Festool HQ in North America, Festool Live is the new TSV60. Woo! Do you know that? You do now. Okay, so Big D answered a great question. Why do we change a blade? He mentioned application. Oh, absolutely. Blue is for aluminum and non-ferrous metals. Okay, and really hard plastics. This is red. This is for laminate. and plastics. See, they're color coded, they're red. Okay, now we have yellow. Yellow, like the blade that comes on it, are what? Are for wood. So, when you're using a table saw, do you use the standard 60 tooth or 80 tooth for ripping? No, those are cross-cut blades. Okay, you put in a flat raker, usually 24, sometimes 30 teeth, ripping blade, but it's a flat raker, okay, to clean out. So, in saying that, the more teeth in the kerf, the more friction, right? So what happens is, we've heard this with the TS55s over the years, it seems like there's not a lot of power. I go, did you put in the ripping blade? And they go, what? You have more blades than the one that came with it? So, yes. And anytime we have a ripping blade, we have a panther on it. We call these the panther blades. I'm gonna put in the 16 tooth blade. It is an alternating top bevel. I just don't want you to trip, unit. Okay, good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it like this. I'm gonna set it in. Okay, and just like the TS60 and TSV60, that's geared. And I'm gonna slide that on. Okay, just like that. You see how I put that on? And that's why it puts it at an angle, so that ABBA flange nut doesn't fall off. Now, I am blessed with 10 thumbs. So it is easy to put on, but sometimes I fumble with this. So let's see how I do this. Chris said I did a good job with the batteries last week. Okay, so I got it started, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin that on. Remember, it's lefty-tighty. Hopefully I get my, and then I'm gonna take it, and it's still in the ABBA shaft, the ABBA hole, and I'm gonna take it and tighten it. Whoopsie. Ooh, sometimes I can't get this seated just right because of my 10 thumbs, but I'm just gonna snug it like that. I'm not gonna leave that in there. Let's see if I can retrieve that. I'm gonna take that out, and I'm gonna put the bracket or the cover right here. I'm gonna slide it in, I'm gonna lock it. And it's that simple. We just changed the blade.
Wicked.
Hey, I'm gonna take up the main with me, baby. No, my Garcia Para. All right. All right. Hey, he just earned a free Sammy Adams up in Old Orchard Beach. All right, good. Or Ocean Park. I know you're watching, Hank. Okay. So I'm gonna take this. Okay. Okay. Slow down, unit. I know you're hyperventilating in there. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious, you make me laugh, kid. Okay, I'm gonna put the battery back on. That was out of the blue. Minnie, he's a mainer at heart. Okay, I'm gonna take him home with me. All right, I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, that's gonna bring me back to that screen. And this is what I wanna make sure everybody says. I had that said earlier. I know I changed the blade. This one may be a sharpened blade already, and I need to calibrate it. I'm not going to go through that again, but here's what happens when you pull up the screen. Calibrate height. I'm not going to do it again. So you see how it says check? I could step through the exact same process as I did earlier, but I'm just going to X out of it. And I'm back to where I need to be. So let's do this. I'm looking at my preset menu. I need to do this. I need to bring it all, oopsie. I need to bring it all the way up. And I'm gonna bring it to, because I wanna go over something that somebody, and I was questioning this week here. Rick and I were going through it, and Brent. And remember, hold that in to take that out. I want a perfect 90 on that. So we'll just do 48. Okay, so I'm gonna get the fence on here, just like this. Bring it over. Let me get my gad. Did you hear I said that, Chris?
God.
Say that. Can you guys hear that?
God.
He said gad.
Say it again.
God.
Can you hear it? Okay, good. Say, hey, okay, hang on. I'm gonna have you say it. I'm going to see the Celts at Boston Garden.
I'm going to see the Celts at Boston Garden.
Okay, hey, that's, okay, okay. Okay, so if we go up to New England again, me and the unit, you guys got to come see us because I'm going to have them talking the talk. All right, good. Oh my God. All right. You know we do have fun, right? Okay, that's what it's about. Okay, so let's do this. I got it set up. And a lot of people go, hey, what's the power? What's the power? What's the power? Travis, you see that all the time out on the demo days, right? In the Festool experience?
Cut 2-inch.
Will it cut 2-inch or 48 millimeter? I'm not going to say it will cut 2-inch because I always go by company specs. All right, so I've had it up there, and some guy goes, oh, just go ahead and rip 1 3/4. I want to see that, and I did that out in Cerritos College. Everybody was impressed. So what I want to do is I want to talk through something. I want to take this board here, and I could take this just like this and send it through, and you'll see how it's going to cut. Okay, but I want a little more access, and when I'm doing a really thin cut like this, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take it to about, this is the one that's tough for me because this is an Imperial. I'm going to take this to 1 inch and 2 little ticks. How's that? Okay, 1/8, I think. Okay, so now I could take this, look, and as I'm ripping this, come in here, Chris, look. I'm going to do this, and my push stick is like this. So somebody was asking me, and I was going through it in my head this week. I'm going to put it in the low fence like this. It gives me a little more access. And so if I'm ripping, I'm going to rip 1 inch, right? Now, that would have been difficult if this was up tall, but up tall. Now you're seeing my up tall. Okay. This allows me to get access better with my push stick, okay? That's why we have these two. Some people I've asked, I think Garrett says he likes to leave it in this position quite often. So let's see if we have everything. Chris? Oh, so you're just gonna point. All right. Man, we got all these people in here. All right. Okay. This is great. I love doing this. Okay, so we're gonna rip this. I got the CTC MIDI. It's got 130 CFM. I got the 27 millimeter. But there's something I gotta do. Travis, do you know what I gotta do?
Connect the battery.
I gotta do the Bluetooth. Okay, Chris, come over here. You don't have to do it, Chris. Okay, I'm gonna hit this button here. And over here, Chris, you see it's blinking. I'm going to take it and turn it on. And see how it syncs? So that'll run a couple seconds afterwards. So I'm going to start it up again, and let's do a rip. I don't know if this is perfectly square. Woo! We're pushing the boundaries on this one. And look at that. That went like a hot knife through.
Butter.
He said it. He said butter. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Hopefully I answered a lot of questions that have been coming in. I've been asking a lot of people here who do tech questions. Hey, what about this? What about this? I heard about Travis this week out and about doing Festool experiences. I wanted to make sure I covered a lot, but I also wanted to make sure, like I promised last week, to cover the calibrations that are needed. Good. Also, as a quick rewrap on something or review. Okay, don't forget about our saw blades, everybody. They're fantastic and they fit the TSV and the TS60. Okay, is it time? It's time. It's time. It's time. Oh, look, Travis is helping. Hey. All right, Big T. Anthony! Okay, we're in. All right, so let's call out everybody. Anthony from Staten Island, New York. Okay, and that reminds me. Oh, Chris said, uh-oh. Last week I asked a trivia question, and I called them out. I don't know if I called them out in here, but I called them out afterwards, and because I was questioning a few things, and I was correct. What are the 5 boroughs of New York? Because I had to think, okay, I know Staten Island is one. There is, I looked them up, there's Staten Island. Where else?
Brooklyn, baby.
You know what Chris said? Okay. The unit said Times Square. Oh my God. Okay, so there's 5 boroughs of New York. There's Staten Island, and that's where the Anthony's from. There's Manhattan. There's Brooklyn, the Bronx, and there's one more that everybody gets or doesn't know, and that's Queens. Yep. So those are the 5 boroughs of New York. All right, now next week, no, this is a good one. This is a good one, and this is for our family in Canada. Name all the different provinces of Canada. And what I learned, because I was saying this, and everybody in here was naming these provinces, and there's provinces and there's territories. I believe there's 11 provinces and 2 territories. Okay, but I may be wrong, so everybody do their homework next week, and when we get on here, you make sure you name them all with Minnie. Oh my God! Oh my goodness gracious! Hey, let's make sure when you call us out that you're in one of those provinces. Okay, everybody, here's a province of Canada. It's Ray from Pensacola, Florida. Okay, good. We have Christopher from Malta. We have Doug from Zville. We have Matt from Tinley Park, Illinois. Mike M. Mr. Martinez, we're coming to see you in October at Austin, Texas. Ed from the Big Island. Joe from Waseca, Illinois. Mark S. from Woodcraft, Springfield, Virginia. Ricardo from Lake Como, Italy. Julian from Lausanne, Switzerland. Mike T. from Perth, Australia. There's another watch party at Woodcraft in Dayton. Is there really? You were down there last week, Travis.
Every Friday.
They were calling
Oh my God.
today. They said Travis.
Yeah, it said, oh yeah. Hey, you guys had Travis last week. I got him this week. All right, we have Jeff from Clarksburg, Maryland. Ben and Benny from Betty's Bay, South Africa. We have Jason from Fenton, Michigan. Ronzo, you're always there with us, Ronzo, from Mississauga, Ontario. Des from Harrogate, England. Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. Russ from Chichester. Ed from Douglasville, Georgia. Ben from Chicago, Illinois. Okay, Travis, you can take my job anytime, brah. You got the shtick. Rob from South Devon, England. Yuzu from Para, Maribor, Surrey, Nam. It's him. Look, it's him. It's Dirk from Dayton, baby. We have Andrew from Toledo, Ohio. Johnny Rackett from Gales Creek, Oregon. Tom and Kelly from Eatonton, Georgia. Pocono Joe from Lakeview, Pennsylvania. Rick from sunny Blackpool, UK. David from Southwest France. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. Michael from Puyallup, Washington. Blake Weber from Novato, California. Cal from London, England. Bill from Pannerden, the Netherlands. Gerald from Derrida, Louisiana. LA. Dana from Yalcott, Washington. Merlin from Walla, Washington. Bob from Columbia, Tennessee. David from Israel. Petri from Ularvi, Finland. Joe and Henry from Akron, Ohio. Can't make it up. Oh, come on. You guys, no wonder you've been chuckling. I can't make this up. Okay, listen. Everybody's tested me. We have Gruffed from Splinters Bespoke Cabinetry. I get that right. I know to say bespoke or bespoke, okay? From Llanfi Hango, Young Nigwefa, North Wales. Hey! Okay, we have Ken from Granite Bay, California. Mark, oh my goodness, from Krimpen aan de Lek, the Netherlands. Mark from Walney Island, Island, England. Chad and Colton, right here from Indiana, Whitley. Okay. We have Jeff Covey. Jeff, how are you, brother? All right. Whew. Another important cog in the wheel. We have Steven from Brights Cove. We have Carrie from Dallas, Texas. There he is, Johnny O from Atco, New Jersey. He reached out to me this week. Dave from, and it's her, look, can't make it up. That's Gwen. You all know Gwen. She's from West Virginia. You met Gwen? That's right. Spactrician. That's Willie. We have Donut Hank. That's who I called out earlier. We have Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. We have Matt from Newark, Ohio. David Kim from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Guillaume from Shakers Heights, Ohio. Matt from Michigan, Indiana. We have Ron from Cincinnati, Ohio. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Gary from Biz with the Boys. We have Powell from, oh my God, you guys. Travis is making stuff up and having Minnie print it. We have Peo from Tacurong City, Philippines.
Yes.
Welcome. Okay. We have John from Las Vegas. Jacob from On Vacation in Maine. All right. You're in Maine. What part? Tell Minnie. Rob from Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Daniel from Barretwil, Switzerland. Roll, my buddy Roll from the Netherlands. Tim from Livingston, New Jersey. The Marshalls from Mullingar, Ireland. I think I'm going to retire in Ireland, everybody. Hey, we have Sena from Akka, Finland. Aapo from Akka, Finland. We have Ronnie from Kearney, Missouri. We have Bland, Portland, Oregon. We have Andy from Crossville, Tennessee. We have Mac from Anaheim. We have Francis from Boucherville, Quebec. We have Jeff from Bloomington, Kendall from Michigan, Ron from Eatonville, Washington, Dan, my main man from Kingman, Arizona. We have Dwayne from Florida, Norman from Los Angeles. Minnie, is there anything on the other side?
Yes.
Not of this one.
Who did?
Yes, Amy. Annie Sedgley.
Well, my sister's there. Yeah. Hey, Annie, I love you.
Hey, kiddo.
How are you? Okay, so we're still on this board?
Still on this board.
Okay. We have Annie Karen from Sabatis, Maine, and Raul Karen from Sabatis, Maine. Okay, good. Ant from Fontana. We have Steve from Fort Wayne. San from Kingston, Kentucky. Chris and Oli from Cantona, Kentucky. Holland. What? Ollie. I said that. Chris and Ollie.
Oh, I misheard you.
Did I say Oli? Chris and Ollie. Oh my God. Now we got phonetics check over here. Okay. We have Fifi from Slovenia. Richard and George from Bulldog, Newcastle upon Tyne, England. Oh, George is the bulldog sleeping?
Snoring bulldog.
Snoring bulldog. Okay, Gwenelo from London, UK. We have Gary from Plano, Texas. We have Chris from Suwami, Finland. Is that how you say it, Suwami? Like a Suwami? Okay, Woodsman, Portland, Oregon. I know them. We love them. We have Gerald Adams from Indianapolis?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's right here in Indiana.
Yes.
Indianapolis, I found out yesterday, is in Indiana.
Oh.
Dan from Whitestone, New York. Tom Slick from Moorhead City, North Carolina. Chris from Vergennes, Vermont. Mike C. from Winchester, Virginia. J.R. from Regina, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's a province. Cool. Chris and Rick from Newfoundland. I almost said, that's Chris Rock from Newfoundland, but no, it's Chris and Rick we got some Newfies. We have Florida Floyd. Cameron from Annapolis, Maryland. So Minnie's saying there's 10 provinces and 3 territories. We have Oliver, who we met at Cerritos. Oliver, how are you, from Southern Cal? Whew. Hope you have a good weekend. My heart's out for you guys down in Southern California. Be careful. Okay, you know why. Sok Heat from Cambodia? No way. We have Sakit from Cambodia. Cambodia, that's a first.
That's the first.
That's a first. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love it. We have Admin from Germany. We have Craig and Tyler from Verts, Virginia. I know you guys. We have Scott.
From Bend, Oregon.
From
Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon.
But I had been corrected by Chris.
Okay.
Sumi is Finland in
Oh.
Finnish.
Chris from Sumi.
No, he's not. Well, yes, from Sumi.
From Sumi.
Yes.
Oh, God, because I thought I had to call my attorney. Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Sumi. I thought I had to call. God, I don't have to call an attorney. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, God, hey! Try the veal. I'm here all week. All right. Hey, everybody. It's time for me to get on a plane. I'm heading out for the weekend. I will see you here next week. I heard it's not too hot in Arizona right now. I'm on my way. Got a heck of a weekend planned with a couple of my really close friends. I'm just saying that because you all who are always here with us, we consider you friends. We love you. We're glad you always tune in with us. Yes, we do have a good time here. Thank you from each and every one of us in this room. And for everybody out there, Brent, thank you. You're always there with us. Thank you so much. Everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. What else?
Get out of here.
Oh, hey, don't forget, we got a great episode next week, episode 149. It's the TSV 60. And everybody, have a safe weekend. Hey, Big D, is that a wrap? That's a wrap.